What's up, guys? This is Miasin. So we just got some new primordial cards in Rage of the Abyss, so it's a brand new archetype, and yeah, let's get right into it. Smash the like and subscribe button. First card is Imperial Dragon, the Primordial Dragon. I'm pretty sure that is not how you write primordials, so this must be a pun or something. Level 6 Earth Dragon, 2600 attack, 0 defense. Requires one normal monster tribute to normal summon, except that when you're normal summoning this card, you're tribute summoning it cannot normal summoning it without tribute, and if you do want to tribute summon it, then it has to be with a normal monster. There we go, I understand. You can only use the first effect once per turn during your opponent's main phase. Quick effect, you can reveal this card in your hand. Immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon one primordial monster. So far, this is the only monster that you can summon with its own effect. So if this card is tribute summon, you can apply these effects in sequence. Negate the effect of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls. That is pretty good. That is a Dark Ruler on your opponent's turn. I will take that, even though it can be negated. Banish all monsters your opponent controls with the same type and or attribute as any of the normal monsters in your grave. This has the potential of being really good in, like, mirror matches and stuff like that, when your opponent is always playing the same types or attributes as your own normal monsters. So this effect can easily be cracked. It's just that we're gonna need maybe a little more setup for this card to really have a lot of potential for the future. But so far, I don't have anything negative to say. It's nice to finally give normal monsters some a little bit of love, because honestly they suck, so they really do deserve it. Anyways, Primordial Imperial Load, a continuous spell. First and third effect once per turn. When this card resolves, add one primordial card from your deck to your hand except itself. Okay, so that's a searcher. That's fantastic. Normal monsters and primordial monsters you control gain 300 attack for each normal monster in your grave with different names. I don't really think that matters too much. You can declare one normal monster's name. Special summon one normal monster with that same name from your hand, deck, or grave. Also, you cannot special summon monsters' effects for the rest of the turn. This one card searches and special summons any normal monster from your deck. Not bad. That's definitely not bad. It's just that you can't use the effect of special summon monsters for the rest of the turn, so if you get Nibiru'd, you can't do anything about it. You have to let it resolve, which is very unfortunate, because obviously if you're trying to play this in a combo deck, like for example, if you're trying to splash this in Blue Eyes, this was my first reflex, it doesn't necessarily make too much sense. So that is my issue. I mean, it can still be good. It's just that we're gonna have to figure out a way to not make it conflict too much. But I mean, yo, this card searches and it special summons Blue Eyes or Dark Magician from the deck, so obviously this is very nice. I'm a big fan. Anyways, Primordial Tremors, a quickly spell, pay 2,000 life points and declare one normal monster's name. Apply this effect, then if you control no monsters, you can special summon one normal monster with a declared name from your deck in defense position. That is so weird. Even if this card is not once per turn, if you use it once and then you chain a second one, you can't special summon two monsters, because it only special summons a monster, a normal monster with a declared name, if you control no monsters. Such a weird effect, because it's not an activation requirement, it's a part of the effect, and also it reads apply this effect, and then the effect that you apply is after the effect is special summon. This is so stupid. I hate cards that are worded like this. My brain is actually melting right now. And anyways, once applied, your primordial monsters and normal monsters with a declared name cannot be destroyed by battle until the end of your opponent's turn. Not that this really matters, because again, there's just so many ways of removing cards in 2024, so it's not like you're gonna survive too long if you just summon a monster that can't die. Yeah, Marshmallow, nice deck. Anyways, if your opponent normal summons a monster, you can banish this card from your grave, then target one normal monster you control or in your grave. Banish one monster on the field with lower attack. This is really good. The first thing that comes to my mind is you can play this in Blue Eyes as 3 of potentially. You activate this, and then you summon Blue Eyes from your deck, which is again very good, and then you also have this in your grave, and then your opponent normal summons anything with less than 3,000 attack, and you can banish it right away. Fantastic card, and also good in Dark Magician, and it doesn't lock you under anything. It doesn't have any negative restrictions, unlike this card right here. So yeah, beautiful. I'm a huge fan. This card gets like a 9 out of 10 for me. The only issue is that if you have 2 copies of this card, again, you can't use 2 at the same time, because it only summons a monster if you control. This is just dumb. This is also bad wording. This is everything is wrong in terms of wording, but in terms of effect, I like it. Anyways, Primordial Schiller, quickly spell. You can only use both effects once per turn. Reveal one normal monster or primordial card in your hand, except itself. Then target one face-up card on the field. Again, this is Konami back at it with like the if you control a normal monster or a level 5 or higher primordial monster except a token, you do not have to reveal a card. And then the effect. Negate its effects, and if you do, banish it. Anything that, like the conditions of, you know, if you don't have to do that if you have this, I think should always be like before the actual effect is even starts, because otherwise it takes way too long before you get to like the actual effect itself. If you already control a monster, a level 5, any normal monster or a level 5 or higher primordial monster, again, the only one is this one, but we're clearly gonna get more support because it says level 5 or higher. This one's a level 6, so we're gonna be getting a level 5 down the line. But yeah, if you control that or a normal monster that isn't a token, you don't have to reveal anything, so you can just chain this face down and then negate any card on the field. Whoa, yeah. Hold on a second, that is a little insane. It adds an Omni-negate to any board that has like Blue Eyes on it. Again, I keep thinking of Blue Eyes and Dark Magician because these are the actual 2 decks that play normal monsters unironically. Sonavalon Rika doesn't count because you're not ending your board on the Sunseed. Even though you need a normal monster for your deck to work, it's not a normal monster deck. It's still a plant deck for the most part, with the Sunseed going into your combo and exploding. But Blue Eyes and Dark Magician, it's a little different because there are some benefits to summoning those monsters other than just turning it into a Link one and then popping off. But yeah, this is really nice. And also another effect during your main phase, if you control a primordial monster, you can set this card from your grave. This is also very, very good. Yeah, by the way, I just realized it negates every effect of the card that you're negating and you're banishing. Oh my god. And then it has recursion from the graveyard and it doesn't get banished when you set it back. So you just keep getting an Omni-negate every single turn. Very good. And also, what I like about these cards so far is that you can play them in like any normal deck. It's not like it has to be like a normal dragon deck or something. So yeah, just anything where your main monsters are like normal monsters, like the Phantasmal Spiral deck. I think that's the name of the deck. But like all the trap cards that you can use from the hand and the Phantasmal Spiral City or whatever, the field spell, really nice card. You always get to search a card every single turn. It could abuse this engine very well. Anyways, last but absolutely not least is the trap card Primordial Opener. Normal trap, target, declare one normal monster's name. They're all like that. Apply this effect, and if you control no monsters, you can special summon one normal monster with the declared name from your deck or grave. Once applied, you take no battle damage from battles involving your normal monster with the declared name and primordial monsters this turn. Again, nobody cares. The only thing that matters is that you can summon a normal monster from your deck or graveyard. Anyways, during your opponent's turn, you can banish this card from your grave. Then target one normal monster you control or in your grave. Take control of one monster your opponent controls with higher attack until the end phase. This time, you benefit off of summoning normal monsters with very low attack. So in other words, this card would be very bad in Blue Eyes because your Blue Eyes has 3,000, so you can only steal monsters with more than 3,000 attack. So 30, 50 and above, which is not realistic. But if you can play this card in a deck with like actual weaklings, then maybe it could make sense to steal any monster permanently. No, until the end phase, but still, I mean that's a good interruption. And also a card that summons from the deck. And you can use the graveyard effect right after using the on-field effect. It's not like you can only use one effect per turn and only once that turn. So the way I see these cards is that pretty much all of them have insanely broken effect. I mean, this can banish every single monster your opponent controls with the same type and or attribute. So in terms of sealing, this card can just be a giant blowout on your opponent's turn. It can be a massive interruption, and it doesn't look too difficult to achieve, so that's pretty nice. This card, I mean, it does a lot. It special summons from the deck, hand, or grave, and it searches any primordial card, including like your Omni-negate. I mean, all these cards are just, they're really good, but they support a very bad gimmick, which is normal monsters, which is fine. I mean, that's exactly what we need in the game. Normal monsters have been bad for so long that we basically just need unfair cards to make them worth playing again. And this is a step into the right direction. So for that, I say good job, Konami. You've done a remarkable job. I cannot wait to test these cards in Blue Eyes and Dark Magician. Again, I keep repeating myself. I can't think of any other normal monster deck that is super interesting. Again, there is a Phantasmal Spiral. Maybe there's something else. If you have any idea of what I should be splashing these cards in, let me know in the comment section. And also let me know how you feel about these cards. But that's about it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.